Welcome back to Bloom. There's a new program in Hillsborough County on a mission to grow a strong food system. Here to tell us how Homegrown Hillsborough works is coordinator Monica Petrella and partner Nichole Dube with the nonprofit Access to Fresh. Ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
I was so excited to hear about Homegrown Hillsborough. How does it work?
So Homegrown Hillsborough is a network of community organizations with the mission to grow a strong food system. And so how we work is we basically get together and we talk about issues or problems or even just ideas that we have about the food system and how we want to enact change in our community.
And part of that change needs to be getting healthy, fresh foods grown locally, especially to the food desert. So how does the partnership play into all of this?
Yeah, so I have a nonprofit called Access to Fresh, which our goal is to work with local farmers to help them get their products to the consumer. So what we learned is that on a small micro distribution scale, it's really hard for a small farmer to get their product to the consumer. So we work on the distribution side of things along with, I have 2.5 acres that we're turning into a food forest.
That is really incredible. And, you know, a lot of times the way the world works, it seems like so much is out of our control. But you ladies are on a mission to bring solutions.
Yeah.
So when you're buying local and you're dealing with local farmers, quite frankly, you're getting your food at a lower price and it hasn't been tampered with. And I think that's the other thing that we need to stress to our viewers. You know, if you're getting something shipped all the way across the country, that costs money and gas. They've touched the food. They're manipulating it to make it last longer. They're doing tricking with the picking. But this is a whole different ballpark of what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of value to supporting a community food system. And like you said, you know, when your food comes from so far away, a lot of times just the freshness, the taste isn't there. And so there's economic benefits to supporting your community food system, but there's also personal benefits, just like higher quality. You get to know your farmer, have those conversations, and just increase your relationship with not only the produce, but also the producers.
Now, why is it so important for you to create a network like this and for somebody like yourself to be part of this project? Because we got a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think it's super important because one, we're looking at the next generation and then the next generation. So really starting with working with groups of
you got to work with different groups and to make people understand that this needs to be the way it is. Like I just went to Iceland and the entire island is self-sustaining. There's not all of this.
Well, and they have to be, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They have to be. And so they have to be, but we should be.
Exactly. And so we kind of like to talk about instead of having to get ready, just to stay ready. And so when things like, these tariffs or COVID or fuel prices or things that are truly out of our control, when that happens, it impacts our food system. Right. And we want to have community solutions that are ready to be enacted at any time. The hurricane was a great example. The hurricanes were great examples of last year when things go wrong that we have no control over. We can control having solutions already prepped in place, having these partnerships, creating these relationships. So that way, when things do happen, we can respond. And that's the value of the community food system is to stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
I love it. Ladies, thank you so much. I really appreciate
the conversation.
It's a good mission and we're so excited to spread the good news on Channel 8.